I often talk about conditioning and being, and today I want to dive a little deeper into what conditioning and being mean. Conditioning is what stands in the way of being fully expressed without boundaries. Conditioning is what you've learned to think and believe, how you learn to react and think. Conditioning is borrowed. Conditioning is not you. We accept it because conditioning is hypnosis. Most of us never awaken from this hypnotized state. We say it is reality, but the truth is, reality and being both are beyond conditioning. Your conditioning is the way you see the world, your ideologies, ideas, judgments, and everything that is related to how you conceptualize and understand the world, how you describe it. It's a story you tell yourself about yourself. But conditioning is something that has been learned. So, can it be you? There was a time where you weren't conditioned. You were pure being. Of course, we need guidance. I don't want this to sound like I'm against any form of guidance, but the guidance we receive is usually fear-based, survival-based. We are either punished or rewarded for the way we are. So we learn to act a certain way, which is believed by others to be good, and we learn to repress certain ways which others believe to be bad. So I think you can see how it happens that we fall into a state of separation. That is how the mind becomes fragmented. In being, there is no separation between you and the other. There's only you and what you do, and that is enough. There's no asking for more or wanting to change or control, because that is the state of union and wholeness within yourself. Most of us have forgotten what it means to simply be. Being, for me, is when I'm fully involved in what it is that I am doing. For example, when I draw, or paint, or play an instrument, that's when I'm being. But I can also be in social situations when I don't think I have to act a certain way. To put on an act and to not realize it is to be the conditioned self. How do we deal with this dilemma? How do we awaken from this hypnosis? I think the most obvious way is to simply start observing yourself and asking yourself why you do what you do. Does it seem mechanical, like a routine? Is it something you just mindlessly repeat? This can be everything from having a coffee to even meditating. Meditating can become a routine. When the being is removed from the activity, or when the being is no longer present in the activity, then the conditioned has taken over. But it's not hopeless, and it can be changed, or at least you can awaken to the fact that this is happening. I know from my own experience that even if we become aware of our conditioning, there are still some challenges, like you might want to force change. You might start criticizing yourself for how you behave. But you must realize that this is the very conditioned structure itself that is reacting to itself. So you must learn to even observe that, to observe those movements of the mind which conditioning ultimately is. There's not much to say about being, because being simply is. We are more concerned with how we can solve this problem of conditioning. I think it is a problem that should be solved, because we can't be of service to the world and to those around us if we are acting through these conditioned patterns. We can't love if we act through these conditioned patterns, because as long as you do act through these conditioned patterns, you see yourself separate from the world. And it is possible to wake up. But it's also very tricky, because chances are the ego or this conditioned mind has spread widely across the field of your consciousness. And this has been for me the most challenging part, to see that it is everywhere, and that the only way to wake up is to become completely still. To stop reacting to the movement of your mind. And it is possible. I hope this helps somehow. In future videos I will talk more about meditation and what we can do to become more present. And let me know in the comments what your experiences are with inner healing and awakening. That's it for now. Talk to you soon. Bye.